RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice. Mallory Sports, where your sports world begins. Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. First Mid-America Credit Union. New name, same great credit union. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to high school basketball here on Z1570. I'm Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. We're in Bethalto, Illinois, where the CM Eagles get set to host the East Alton Wood River Oilers. And Brian, both these teams struggling a bit on the season. The Oilers about to start the playoffs, and with a big school here, they're playing a little bit bigger school. It's a good tune-up for them, really.
Yeah, good game for Coach Miller to get on the schedule here going into the regional. Going up against a little bit bigger school at CM on the road, a tough environment. There's a big crowd in here tonight, mostly purple, as you can imagine, just a little bit of maroon in here this evening, but it's a good game for the Oilers. You know, when you have a player the caliber of Colby Hall in the middle, that Wood River has, they could go on a tear and maybe do a little something in the regional if he can get hot and then get another player with him. So it'll be a good challenge tonight to see how the Oilers match up against the Eagles.
And the Eagles been playing a little bit better of late, so the Eagles want to continue on that, and their playoffs not too far away as well. So a good time for the Eagles to really get things tuned up and ready to go.
You know, if you're the coach for CM or you're the player for CM, you don't want to show any disrespect to Wood River, but you want to look at this as a game to get your record a little better going into the regional. You know, on paper, you should win this game. You started off a little bit slow. CM started off a little slow this year. They're at 8-14 now. They're playing better basketball, and we'll see how it gets going here this evening.
It ought to be interesting. Of course, a lot of these kids may know each other, being Oilers in CM, so I'm sure that comes into play, a little bit of a rivalry there. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the tip-off. After this, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
At First Mid-America Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum Card, which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a reward program which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for a First Mid-America Credit Union Visa Platinum Card at www.1stmidamerica.org.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money, too.
Welcome back to Bethalto, Illinois. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. They're announcing the starting lineup. We're just about ready to get underway. It'll be for the CM Eagles: Shane Fensel, Taylor Knight, Jack McKinney, Matthew Stemek, and Josh Casina. The starters for the Eagles: Drew Spurlock, Anthony Burgess, Dustin Unversall, Colby Hall, and Jacob Cobb. The starters for the East Alton Wood River Oilers, and it ought to be a good matchup, Brian.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup, especially on the inside. We'll see how Josh Casina can square up against Colby Hall. Colby Hall goes 6'5", 190. Casina 6'4", 220. That should be a battle all night inside the paint. And you get back to the rivalry point that you were making before we went to break. You know there's emotions in here. You saw it in the JV game. The way the JV game ended, it was a good game, a 10-point victory by the Eagles. But at the end of that game, there was emotions. There was a little bit of anger out there, and I'm sure we could see the same thing here in this varsity matchup.
Well, you talked about Casina, and he has played well here of late for the CM Eagles. And we'll see if he continues in this one, although he does not get the start. It is the Oilers controlling the basketball, and Burgess working it to Unversall. Now down to Burgess on the baseline, left side. Burgess trying to get it in the paint, knocked away, but picked up by the Oilers. Now the ball loose on the floor, picked up by the Eagles. Down the floor they go to Fensel. Fensel at the free throw line, kicks it out, shot on the way from Knight. It's good, a three-pointer to start things off.
Yeah, good looking shot there by Taylor Knight at the top of the key from three-point range to get this crowd into the game early.
On the other end of the floor, almost lost. Here's Colby Hall with the basketball. Out top, Burgess with it. And he'll set up the Oiler offense. Left side, Unversall. Here's Jacob Cobb with a touch. Out top, Colby Hall. Now Unversall, left wing, driving. Turns around, gets it to Spurlock. He'll drop it off to Hall. Will turn around and get it to Burgess. Between the circles, resets the offense. McKinney on him. He'll work it to the left side to Spurlock. Now top of the key, Jacob Cobb with it. Unversall on the right side. Down low to Colby Hall, working on Steemick. He'll fire it out top, though, to Spurlock. He started to go to Burgess. Burgess not ready for that. Bounced off him right back to him. Now Burgess has it. He'll work it out top to Spurlock. Around Colby Hall now. We'll get it to Unversall. Back out top. Spurlock turns around, hands it off to Burgess.
You can see here in the early going, Dennis, Coach Miller's plan of attack is to run this clock down. A lot of passes here by Wood River and good ball control.
Unversall will kick it out top to Jacob Cobb. Now Spurlock with it on left wing. Top of the key. Burgess with it. Going to back things up. Reset that Oiler offense again. Here they are on the left side. Unversall dropping it off. Burgess. Now Spurlock right side. Inside they go. Cobb going to try and lay it in. No good. And on the rebound, Steemack up the floor quickly. Here's Taylor Knight. Cross-court pass. Jumper on the way from the baseline. No good. Weak side rebound, Unversall.
Well, at the pace of this game, if CM keeps going down there and taking quick shots, and then Wood River gets the ball and they keep running the clock, this could be a very low-scoring game.
There's Colby Hall with a jumper, and it's good. 3-2 the score now in favor of the Eagles.
That's one of the aspects Colby Hall brings to the Oilers. Not only is he good in the paint, but he can pop out there and hit that 12-foot jumper as he just did from the left side.
McKinney will work it left side. Michael Shashin with the start. He goes back to McKinney, who works his way down the lane. A block from behind by Burgess out of bounds, and the Eagles will maintain possession.
Well, that first possession by Wood River, they held the ball for a little over a minute. They got a good shot inside, but Cobb couldn't finish. The CM is a lot quicker on their possessions. They're getting a lot of shots up here early.
Fensel to throw it in, looking, going deep to Steemack, and it's tipped. Steemack will chase it down in the backcourt. McKinney up to take it from him, and he'll work it right side. Fensel tonight. Now Steemack with it, turns with the jumper, no good. Rebound, McKinney tips it, but right to Spurlock, and here come the Oilers. Unversall up the right side now between the circles. Left side to Spurlock, almost lost it. Turns around, fires it right to Taylor Knight for the Eagles. Knight on the right side, drops it off to Fensel, free throw line. Spurlock on him now, he'll go back to Knight. Now McKinney on the right side. Inside they go, here's a jumper on the way that's good. Steemack will put two more on the board for the Eagles.
Nice job by Steemack there, way to use the glass. We had a little bit of pushing going on there, Dennis. I don't know if you saw it or not. Devin Spurlock and Shane Fensel, a little bit of a shoving match going on. The ref's going to keep his eye on that.
Unversall running into Shashin, and it looks like they're going to call Shashin for the foul. He's trying to get the charge there, but not set long enough.
Yeah, not quite there in time. Good effort there by Shashin, but he was still moving. Didn't quite have position on it. Got the blocking call.
Oilers throw it into the backcourt to Burgess, who crosses the timeline with McKinney all over him. Now double teamed by Knight, but gets away, works it inside, and it's going to get stripped away from Jacob Cobb. Now McKinney going to be fouled by Cobb as he reaches up off the floor to try to get the basketball. He gets a piece of McKinney and a foul call.
Yeah, Cobb laying on the court, on the floors. As he reached out for the ball, he got the foot of McKinney and almost tripped up McKinney there, so the referee had to call that foul because McKinney almost went down.
McKinney now will bring it up the floor, up the right side with a 5-2 lead for the Eagles. Works it to the free throw line. Almost lost there. Ungersaw and Steemack chasing it, and it's out of bounds, they'll say, off the Oilers. So McKinney over to throw it in from the sidelines. Comes between the circles to Fensel, is going to go right. And now back between the circles to Steemack. Steemack, whistle going to be blown away from the basketball.
I think they might have got Cobb for another one.
It's like number 2, Spurlock, going to get the foul call there. Maybe some of that shoving you were talking about earlier.
Well, it looked like as one of the Eagles players went to cut through the lane, he got held. I thought it was Cobb, but it turned out to be Spurlock.
Eagles with the basketball to the paint and off the glasses. Fensel with a strong move to the hole.
Yeah, great move there by Fensel, taking it hard to the rack and getting an easy layup.
Press on for the Eagles as Spurlock tries to get it by him. And it's stolen away by McKinney. McKinney 2-on-1. Back to McKinney. McKinney with a pump. He'll draw the foul. As the defense closed down, Colby Hall coming down there, but a foul call previous to that. Looks like again on Spurlock.
A good job by McKinney to pump fake, get Spurlock up in the air. And then he kind of jumped into him for the shot, drawing the foul. Couldn't get the shot off, though, so he'll be shooting 2.
3 fouls now on the Oilers. 1 for CM as McKinney lets the free throw fly, and it bounces out. No good.
It's a tough start there at the free throw line for Jack McKinney and the Eagles. We talk about it each and every night we do a game, Dennis, how important free throws are. The Eagles start off 0 for 1.
McKinney will have another shot on the way, and it's in this time. And that makes it an 8-2 CM lead. Burgess with the basketball in the backcourt. Trying to break the CM press. And now timeout call by Adam Miller as he's seen the Oilers struggling with the press there. We'll take a break. 8-2 in favor of CM. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
At Jack Schmidt Chevrolet in Wood River, we make car buying a breeze. A member of our sales team will assist you in selecting the perfect new or GM certified pre-owned vehicle, and we back it up with our guaranteed price policy. Our commitment to you continues after the sale with genuine Goodwrench service. So if you don't know where to get the best deal on quality vehicles and service,
you don't know Jack Schmidt
In Wood River, Illinois.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
you'll find it at Mallory's. Mallory's Sporting Goods in Wood River. Your high school gear and sportswear? It's at Mallory's. Athletic equipment for the little tykes? You'll find it at Mallory's. How about team gear and uniforms? Or personalized gear and specialty equipment? It's at Mallory's too. You'll find it all at Mallory's Sporting Goods, just minutes from your school off of 255, right next to the Walmart complex on Vaughn Road in Wood River.
Welcome back to CM High School. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. 8-2, the Eagles have jumped out front. Oilers with the basketball. Kirby into the ball game. He has the basketball. Now firing it down the floor, trying to get it to Burgess, but it's stolen away by McKinney. McKinney into the corner with it. Back out top, Knight with it. Now left side, here's a jumper on the way, and it's no good. Kirby pulls down the board.
Well, this three-quarters court press by CM really giving Wood River trouble. They can't seem to get the press breaker to work here.
They get across the timeline to Kirby, and he's going to be fouled, I believe, by Steemack there. It is Steemack, his first, team's second foul. As now Kyle Kirby over to throw it in from in front of the scorer's table. Goes to the backcourt to Burgess. Burgess will cross the timeline with McKinney on him. He tries to drop it off to Kirby. Almost lost it. Gets it back now out top to Cobb. Right side, Ungersaw. Now here's Kirby with it between the circles. Cobb again. Now inside to Hall. Out to Burgess. The three on the way. No good. Rebound pulled down by Campbell, and here come the Eagles. Taylor Knight with it. Knight down to the baseline, leaning in on Cobb off the glass and in.
That was a good job by Taylor Knight to use the glass. He started to lose his balance just a touch as he was down there on the block.
McKinney with a steal. Down low they go to Woolley, and foul going to be called as Woolley goes to the hoop.
A lot of turnovers already in this early going for Wood River. It's as if Coach Locks forced the hand of the Oilers. That first possession, as you remember, Wood River just held the ball, had about 15, 16 passes before they even took a shot. And in order to combat that, it looks like Coach Locks decided, hey, we're just going to full court press them. We're going to make them have to rush the ball. And since they've done that, Wood River has turned it over almost probably 10 times.
Woolley misses the first one. He'll have another with 2:16 to go here in the first quarter. 10-2 in favor of the Eagles, and Woolley trying to add to that lead. He hits this one. 1 out of 2 from the line to make it 11-2 in favor of the Eagles. And now the Oilers will try to break that Eagle press again. There's Ungersall going back to Burgess. Now up the floor, right side. Inside they go to Cobb. Spin move. Jumper on the way. It's good.
Much better job there by Wood River breaking the press. They got the 2-on-1 underneath that they wanted, and Cobb with the easy jump shot.
Left side. Now top Woolley with it. Here's Campbell trying to fire it inside tonight. Tipped around, but right to Woolley. Woolley runs that's Steemack running into Campbell. Now they turn around, get it to Knight. They'll kick it out to the corner. Jumper on the way, and it's good. And that is Yates.
Yeah, Kyle Yates buries that three-pointer from the right corner, but what a great job by Taylor Knight to find him as he was in the paint. A good pass to kick it back out.
Ungersall at the top of the key. Guarded by Knight. Now drops it off to Burgess. Steps up inside the arc. Lets it fly. No good. Rebound Campbell. Here comes Woolley up the right side. Woolley cuts back to the free throw line. Nice pass there. Jumper on the way, but traveling going to be called on Yates as he couldn't put the brakes on before getting that jumper on.
Yeah, how about number 25 for the CM Eagles, Andrew Campbell, since he's gotten in the game, really hitting the boards hard. He's got 3 rebounds. He's only been in the game for a couple minutes.
Now Burgess to throw it in, and he'll get it into Hall. Up the floor they go. Ungersall with it. Between the circles, comes to the left side. Inglar now. Inside to Hall. Dribbles it off an Eagle player's foot and right to Shane Fensel. Shasheen now up the floor. Right side. Here's Woolley with a long jumper. No good. Rebound comes down. Loose on the floor. Picked up by the Eagles and a collision. It looks like Colby Hall going to be called for a foul here, and that's unfortunate, just trying to chase down the basketball there.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive there for Colby Hall, trying to chase down that loose ball. And a little bit late contact against the Eagles player and got called for the foul.
That big body goes down the floor. It's going to take some legs out.
Well, he's 6'5". When he dives, he can go from the three-point line to half court in one motion.
Here's the Eagles working at top of the key. Campbell. Left side now. And now Woolley, top of the key. Right side, Fensel with it. Now Woolley with it at the top of the key. Guarded heavily. Woolley works it down the right side. Turns around, goes to Fensel, gets the defender off the feet, and fires it up there, no good. And that is how the quarter will come to an end. 14-4 in favor of the Eagles after 1 quarter play. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Since 1947, St. Peter's Hardware and Rental has been helping you get the job done right. When planning a do-it-yourself project, party, or event, turn to St. Peter's for what you need to make it successful. St. Peter's carries brand-name tools like DeWalt, Bosch, and Milwaukee, quality True Value paints backed by a lifetime warranty, and everything else you need from gadgets to grills. Shop in-store or shop online. St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
When you own a business, your loss could be your employees' loss too. That's why you should put American Family Insurance and me to work right away. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. I can help you design property and liability coverages that fit the needs of your specific business. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to CM High School. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. Eagles basketball with a 14-4 lead after one quarter of play. It's been all the Eagles so far, Brian.
Yeah, their defense just as good as their offense. They're getting a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers. That press has been too much for Wood River to handle.
McKinney in the paint, and reaching in on him is Burgess, I believe. Yes, Burgess going to be called for the foul here. That should be his first. 16 fouls now on the Oilers as the Eagles enter the bonus.
Yeah, the CM will enter the bonus, and we've got 7:47 to play. The next foul will send them to the line the rest of the way for the first half.
Cleaning up some perspiration on the sidelines in front of the Oiler bench. Now they're ready to go. Fired into Taylor Knight on the left side. Comes out top to McKinney. McKinney back to Knight. Now out top, McKinney with it again. Back door, Fensel off the glass and in.
Nice job by Fensel moving without the ball, finding the open spot, and a good pass. I believe that was Andrew Campbell from the left wing that got that inside there. Nice job.
Inglar trying to break the press, and it's stolen away by the Eagles. Campbell, right side. Shashin, now Knight. And McKinney with it. Here's Fensel. Right side, Shashin. Out top now. Campbell works it right side. McKinney going to take the three, and it's good. He had a long look. Nobody on him. Took advantage.
Yeah, wide open. Plenty of time to set up, evaluate the shot, and a beautiful follow-through there by McKinney. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
All down the floor. Here's a three on the way on the other end. No good. Rebound comes down to the Oilers. Back up, falling down. No good. And Campbell will get it to McKinney, who's flying up the floor. Turns around now, finds Knight, launches a three over Hall. No good. And on the rebound, I think McKinney going to be called here for over the back.
That's a tough three-point attempt by Taylor Knight there. He's on the right wing. Colby Hall's, as we've mentioned already, 6'5", jumping out to try and block it. And that's going to be tough every time to shoot it over him.
19-4 Eagles. Burgess with the basketball for the Oilers. Back to Inglar. Press on for the Eagles. Oilers still in the backcourt. Right side to Burgess. Up the floor. Inglar has to save that one, almost out of bounds, but he's on the sideline. And the Eagles will get it on another turnover.
It looked like Inglar was going to be able to save that, but his right foot hit the purple out of bounds line just before he was able to get his hand to it to keep it in bounds.
McKinney sets the Eagle offense as he crosses the timeline. Between the circles, now right side he goes to Knight, fires it right into the paint, off the glass and in. That's Casina into the ball game now.
Casina's first action of the night here in the second quarter, and he's got 2 quick points.
Right side, Inglar with it. Hands it to Burgess. Burgess comes between the circles. Burgess driving. And whistles blow, and a foul going to be called here. I think McKinney going to get the call again.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of body contact down there on McKinney at the baseline as Burgess tried to work his way around him.
I caught a glimpse of Gibbs and Casina really going at it in the paint, and I thought that might be a call there.
That's what I was just getting ready to talk about. They're really banging down there. Casina and Gibbs, 32 for Wood River, 35 for CM, and it looked like Casina even put his hands up, just threw his hands up to say, come on, ref, look at this.
I think that's what I did catch. That's the end of that. Oilers and Eagles, both with some substitutions here. Catch up with that as we go along. Inglar set to throw it in from underneath the basket. Goes deep to Burgess. Burgess will back it up and set up the Oiler offense. Burgess looking inside, trying to get it to Hall, and he's in trouble. Double team down on the floor now, and traveling finally call on Colby Hall.
Yeah, when you pick up that ball, if you pick it up and you're laying on your stomach, you can't roll over to your back, and that's exactly what Colby Hall did, as he rolled over to his back to make the pass. The official called the traveling.
Fensel with the basketball, trying to break the Oiler press. Now to Woolley left side. Fensel will work it up the right side, now cut back across the timeline. And now driving and kicking it out to Knight. Here's Fensel, top of the key. Stemak driving baseline, fires it into the paint to Casina. Now they work it back out into Casina again. The shot no good. Stemak crashing the boards. His putback no good, and there's Hall with a rebound.
Well, let's see if Wood River makes a concerted effort to try and get this ball inside to Colby Hall. He has not been a big part of this offense here so far.
Every time he gets a touch, there's a couple of white jerseys right on him. Inglar fires it into Cobb, trying to go over Casina, does so into Hall, but Stemak and Fensel both there, and I believe one of them is going to get a call for a foul. Looks like Stemak going to get the call.
Yeah, I think the referee blew it, though, before Hall went up to shoot. He did make the basket, but I think they called it on the floor, and yes, they did. They'll take it out. Burgess will take it out underneath the bucket here.
6 fouls apiece. Now here's Inglar with a jumper. That's a 2 right on the line. And that breaks the scoring drought for the Oilers.
Gets it to 21-6. 15-point advantage for the Eagles.
Into the paint goes Fensel, and a jumper on the way. That's good.
So far in the early going, Shane Fensel is playing an outstanding ball game.
6 points for him, 4 here in this quarter. Now timeout for Adam Miller, whose team trails 23-6 with 4:11 to go before halftime. We'll take a break and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why is Roberts Motors #1 in Ford certified pre-owned sales in the St. Louis Metro East?
Visit the 169-point inspection all our vehicles go through.
Maybe it's because we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Or is it the large selection we keep in stock at all times?
Personally, I think the answer is all the above. Stop in today and see. Nobody does pre-owned better than Roberts Motors.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years in Alton, Illinois, or on the web at riverBender.com.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Laird alongside Brian Lewis. 4:11 to go before halftime. See him with a big 23-6 lead over the Oilers here. Ungersaw will get it into the backcourt to Burgess, who'll bring it across the timeline. Knight picking him up. Burgess left side. Going to get it to Inglar. Into Colby Hall. Double team there. Trying to go over Casina. And throws it too far right to Fensel. Fensel up the floor. And here's Woolley to the hole, but a block by Jacob Cobb. Now Cobb with the basketball off the floor to Burgess. Turns around, drops it to Ungersaw. Back in the corner they go to Burgess. Ungersaw with it. Free throw line, kicks it out. Here's a 3 on the way. That's no good. And the rebound comes down to Taylor Knight. Knight trying to go to Casina, but throws that one away. Did that go off an Oiler? No. Out of bounds on the Eagles, Oiler basketball.
That's a rare turnover here tonight for the Eagles so far. They've not turned it over very often at all.
Burgess crosses the timeline to Colby Hall. Back to Burgess. Nope, tipped away by Fensel. Headed to the hole. Blocked away by Burgess. Good save by the Eagles to Taylor Knight. And Knight going to be fouled as he goes up for the shot.
That's going to be all Colby Hall, that foul there.
Good block there by Burgess after getting it stolen away from him by Fensel.
Yeah, good hustle by Burgess. As you mentioned, he gets the ball stolen away. Fensel looks like he's going to have an easy layup. Burgess hustles back and blocks the shot.
Taylor Knight at the stripe, lets it fly, and it's good. Taylor Knight strong from that free throw line.
Andrew Campbell checked back into the game for Casina for the CM Eagles.
Knight, last I checked, around 70% from this free strike. Hits this one. Gets them both. 7 points for Taylor Knight now. 25-6 in favor of the Eagles. Oilers cross the timeline to Burgess. Double team, stolen away by Knight. Knight to the hole, tries the dunk, and a foul by Burgess.
Yeah, you could see that Taylor Knight, that was the thought in his head. He was going to try to slam that down, and Burgess wasn't going to let it happen on his watch as he got there in time to get the foul. And Taylor Knight will go back to the line for 2.
Knight at the stripe. 3 minutes to play before halftime, and he hits the back iron, no good.
We got Kyle Yates checking into the game for CM, and for Wood River, it looks like Aaron Ragusa now into the ball game.
Knight ready with his second free throw, and he sinks it. 3 out of 4 from the line now. 26-6 Eagles. Ragusa to Colby Hall. Fires it to Ungersall in the center. Ungersall out of control in the paint. Lets it go. No good. Rebound. Hall back up, and he gets hammered. All hammered there, and he'll probably head to the stripe here.
As Hall went up for that jump shot, he was down there on the right block. He had about a 4-foot jump shot. It looked like a stiff arm. Came out and got him right in the chest. I believe it was called on Michael Shashin, but it knocked Hall to the floor.
Hall lets it fly, and he gets it.
Cuts the lead to 19. See if they can get it to 18 with this free throw here.
Colby Hall's next one is good. Rolled out and back in. 26-8 with 2:45 to go before halftime. Emmerich, top of the key to Woolley. Right side, Jack McKinney driving. Kicks it in the corner. Emmerich comes back out top to McKinney. McKinney into the paint. Campbell back out to Emmerich, whose 3 is on the way and good.
That was a nice offense right there by CM. McKinney threw it inside to Campbell, who then threw it back outside to the wing, and the shot was knocked down by Yates. Wide open three-pointer.
I said Emmerich, I meant Yates. Ragusa will break it to Inglar, the press that is. Now they fire it down low to Gibbs, who gets nothing. McKinney back up the right side. And now whistles blow.
Looked like Unversalt got a little bit of a arm there on McKinney as he came through.
McKinney back at the free throw line for the Eagles. And he hits the first one.
Josh Cassina back up to the scorer's table and checking into the game. Tyler Woolley will take a seat.
Kenny's next one is good. 6 points now for McKinney. 31-8 in favor of the Eagles as the Oilers throw it away.
That was Aaron Ragusa there. It looked like Ragusa thought that Colby Hall was just going to break straight down the side of the court here into the corner, but he didn't. And that ball was airmailed deep into the corner, almost taking out one of the CM cheerleaders.
Here's McKinney bringing it across the timeline, fires it into the paint to Campbell. Pass to Cassina, tipped around and out of bounds off the Oilers. Eagles will get it back with 1:45 to go before halftime. Yates to throw it in, goes deep to McKinney. Right side now, Knight. Back to McKinney. McKinney driving, kicks it out. Taylor Knight with it. Knight now up between the circles, left side. Now cross court to McKinney. McKinney back to Yates in the corner from the baseline. Jumper no good, and a foul called on the rebound.
It looked like Andrew Campbell was pushing off there on Colby Hall, trying to get position on that rebound. And referee blew the whistle on him.
2 fouls on Campbell now as Woolley comes in for him. And the Oilers in the bonus. Colby Hall will head to the stripe. Shoot the 1-and-1 here with 1:20 to go before halftime.
31-8. CM leads. That's where we find ourselves with 1:20 to go. Colby Hall tried to get the Oilers into double figures here.
Oh, misses. And here come the Eagles. McKinney with it. Right side, here's Taylor Knight. And that's good. That's a 3.
Another three-pointer for Taylor Knight. Boy, as the CM Eagles got the 3-ball working, and the jump shots are looking very, very strong tonight for the Eagles.
Here's Inglar trying to fire it inside, knocked away by Yates and stolen. Here's Kyle Yates coming up the floor with 50 seconds to go before halftime. Woolley in the right corner. Gets it to McKinney. Back out top to Woolley, now right side. Yates down low. Cassina with a spin around jumper that's good.
Good move by Cassina. The spinning turnaround jump shot, falling back a little bit there and knocking it down from the corner.
Gibbs with it into Hall, and Hall struggling, double team, knocked away by Cassina. Up the floor to Knight. Knight to the hole, and he'll draw the foul and get the bucket.
And one there for Taylor Knight. He just continues to have a strong night, taking it hard, coast to coast for the layup there. Probably not a very smart foul there by the Oilers, as now Taylor Knight, a very good free throw shooter, will go to the line trying to get a three-point play.
13 points for Knight now. So he stands at the stripe with 15.4 seconds to go before halftime.
Josh Cassino will come take a seat. He's the one that just got that big block on Colby Hall to start that fast break. He hasn't gotten a lot of minutes tonight so far, but Cassino's making the most of the few he's had.
Hits the free throw and checks out of the ball game. Inglar will bring it up the floor. Drops it off to Ungersall. Now Hall with it. Jumper on the way. No good. Rebound comes down to Inglar. Inside they go to Gibbs off the glass and in and one. Fouled by Wolfle just into the ball game.
Yeah, Wolfle got Gibbs with the body as he went up there. Got the ball on the post as Gibbs. Nice spin around baby hook shot there off of the glass. And he'll go to the line for a three-point try.
Gibbs at the stripe. And he makes it 11. 39-11 in favor of CM at halftime. We'll take a break and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too. Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Welcome back to Bethalto, Illinois. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. Our score at halftime, 39-11 in favor of the Eagles. All Eagles in that first half, Brian.
Yeah, the score really sums it up. It tells the story of that first half, 39-11. It's exactly how it sounded. Whatever came out that first possession of the game looked as if they were going to play a real patient style, a lot of passing, worked the clock down, and right after that, CM came out with that full court press, and the game was almost over right at that point. Wood River couldn't work their way through the press, turnover after turnover, and then you got Taylor Knight lighting it up out there, leading the way with 14 points.
14 points from Taylor Knight. They got 6 from Fensel. They got 6 more from McKinney, and really all the Eagles shooting the basketball pretty well. All the way down the bench. They've done a nice job. Anybody who's been in there has done a pretty good job for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, everybody's playing real well for CM tonight. It's one of those games where it's like Wood River's obviously not playing well. CM's playing very, very well. As you mentioned, their jump shots are falling for every one of them. They're shooting easily over 50% would be my guess from the field. We don't have that information in front of us, but they are just on fire here this evening, taking advantage 39-11 of the outmanned Wood River Oilers.
14 points for Taylor Knight to lead all scorers. And for the Oilers, leading the way only with 4 points is Colby Hall. And they've done a nice job of containing Colby Hall. Anytime he's had the basketball, a couple bodies on him.
Yeah, and at the outset of this game, we talked about Josh Cassina being the one to be in there to hold down Colby Hall. Well, Josh Cassina, who has played well when he's been out there, has only had a few minutes. And it's been Andrew Campbell and amongst others that have done a great job tonight, as you mentioned, doubling down every time in the paint when he gets the ball, doubling down on him. There's always 2 bodies around him, and they're keeping Colby Hall in check. And great work by Andrew Campbell there in the first half.
Well, the other night when the Jerseyville Panthers were in, the same approach with big Matt Murphy from the Panthers. They used Steemack and Shasheen all night long, doubling up with their big guy, either Cassina or Campbell, and they've done the same thing to Colby Hall tonight. And it's paid off once again defensively for the Eagles, who lead here at halftime by the score of 39-11 over the Oilers. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
You'll find it at Mallory's. Mallory's Sporting Goods in Wood River. Your high school gear and sportswear? It's at Mallory's. Athletic equipment for the little tykes? You'll find it at Mallory's. How about team gear and uniforms, or personalized gear and specialty equipment? It's at Mallory's too. You'll find it all at Mallory's Sporting Goods, just minutes from your school off of 255, right next to the Walmart complex on Vaughn Road in Wood River.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Jack Schmidt Chevrolet in Wood River, we make car buying a breeze. A member of our sales team will assist you in selecting the perfect new or GM certified pre-owned vehicle, and we back it up with our guaranteed price policy. Our commitment to you continues after the sale with genuine Goodwrench service. So if you don't know where to get the best deal on quality vehicles and service,
You don't know Jack Schmidt
in Wood River, Illinois.
Yeah!
We're at halftime, 39-11 in favor of the CM Eagles. And we talked about it a little bit earlier. The Eagles just hitting everything as they throw the ball up there. It seems like everything's falling in for them tonight.
Well, they've had a lot of close shots. They've had a lot of stuff, 10 feet and in that are a little bit easier to make. But the thing that's made the score 39-11 is the amount of three-pointers, the outside shots they're hitting. It's not just Taylor Knight, but Kyle Yates is knocking 1 or 2 down. And Jack McKinney's got his couple three-pointers out there. It's that long ball that they're really hot on that's making the score continue to jump and jump and jump. And at the same time, the defense they're playing, not only on Colby Hall, but on the rest of the Oilers, has been outstanding. They have just been very, very good at both ends of the court here tonight. They can keep this going through the second half. Coach Locks can get these Eagles on a roll. You never know. Might be able to pull an upset here come playoff time.
You're right about the 3. Kyle Yates with 2 3-pointers. Taylor Knight with 2 threes and a 3 from Jack McKinney. 39 points for the Eagles in the first half. They lead 39-11 at halftime. We'll be back with the third quarter after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
energy tax credit has expired, but there's still help available from Ameren's Alton energy program. Depending on the efficiency of the new equipment installed, your discount could be as high as $200 for a gas furnace, $500 for a gas boiler, and up to $720 for a new cooling unit. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling 465-3731 for details on Ameren's Alton energy incentive.
A lot of body shops brag and boast about being the best. Andy's Auto Body simply says we can fix that because that's what matters to you. Andy's Auto Body in Alton and Maryville takes pride in fixing your vehicle right with precision factory color matching, computerized frame and unibody repairs in all makes and models, paintless dent removal, and a lifetime warranty on all work. Fixing it right for over 35 years. Andy's Auto Body. We can fix that.
Welcome back to Bethalto, Illinois. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis, just underway, starting the second half here. Oiler basketball. Ingersoll with it, working out top to Burgess. Resets the Oiler offense. Left side, Ingersoll with it. Now he's between the circles, turns around, gives it to Cobb, out top to Burgess. Once again, the Oilers look like they're struggling to penetrate this Oiler zone. Cobb works it right side. Ingersoll out top. Burgess going to take the three, and it's no good. Rebound. Ingersoll will chase down and fire it off. Taylor Knight out of bounds, and the Oilers will maintain possession.
Yeah, good hustle play there by Ingersoll to save that ball for the Oilers.
Hall will work it out top to Burgess. Burgess going left side. Ingersoll. Now here's Cobb with it. Right side, Spurlock. Spurlock out top to Burgess. Left side now, Ingersoll driving baseline. Comes back out top to the free throw line, kicks it out to Burgess. Burgess backs it up, now goes right side. Spurlock with it. Spurlock looking, now will dribble towards the paint. Kick it out to Hall, now Burgess and Ingersoll. Burgess again. Spurlock now between the circles. Right side to Ingersoll. Here's Colby Hall. Into the paint. Cobb working it. Double team, gets around it, lets it go, and it's good.
That's a good shot there by Cobb. Tough shot. In between two, almost three guys. Got up over the top of him and put it in.
Eagles break the press to McKinney on the right side. McKinney comes to Fensel, now to Shashin in the corner. Back out top, Jack McKinney. Inside to Stevac near the free throw line, and he'll get it to Taylor Knight. Knight trying to feed it down to the baseline. Hall gets a handoff, and then Shashin will go to the floor to pull it up. And end up with a jump ball here. Possession arrow, though. Oh, looks like they called a timeout before any of that. So the Eagles will have possession, 39-13. A 30-second timeout for the Eagles. We'll take one, too. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When you own a business, your loss could be your employee's loss, too. That's why you should put American Family Insurance and me to work right away. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. I can help you design property and liability coverages that fit the needs of your specific business. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Since 1947, St. Peter's Hardware and Rental has been helping you get the job done right. When planning a do-it-yourself project, party, or event, turn to St. Peter's for what you need to make it successful. St. Peter's carries brand-name tools like DeWalt, Bosch, and Milwaukee. Quality True Value paints backed by a lifetime warranty, and everything else you need from gadgets to grills. Shop in-store or shop online. St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice.
Welcome back to Buffalo, Illinois. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. McKinney at the top of the key goes right side to Fensel. Now down in the corner to Shisheen. Back around they go. McKinney at the top of the key. Now to Fensel. McKinney going to try the left side and let a three fly. No good. Rebound comes down to Cobb, and he'll work it to Ungersall up the right side. Ungersall all the way to the baseline. Hacks it up now to Burgess. Now he'll fire it into... Well, they'll try to get it to Hall, but a foul going to be called here. Looks like Stemak going to be called for the foul. Third foul on Matthew Stemak, so Campbell going to come in for him.
So far in these first 3 minutes of the second half, Jacob Cobb been very active for the Oilers on the glass and offensively with the only 2 points for him so far.
Burgess into Hall. Hall at the free throw line, kicks it out. Ungersall for three, short. And the rebound, CN. They fire it out to Knight. The Knight on the sideline out of bounds.
It looked like Taylor Knight saved that pass, but the referee saw it differently. Taylor Knight not happy about that call. He thought he had stayed in bounds, keeping possession for the Eagles.
Burgess right side to Spurlock. Spurlock to dribble. Now holds up. Now foul. Looks like Hall going to be fouled by Campbell.
That'll be Campbell's third foul. Josh Cassina will check into the game for him.
Got 3 fouls on Campbell and Stemek. 2 of the guys that's been guarding Hall tonight. Now Cassina in there. That's some depth there for the Eagles. Going deep to Cobb. Top of the circle. He'll drop it off to Burgess. Burgess driving into the corner. Ungersall firing it down low. Hall on the baseline. No good. Cassina with the board. Now reaching in on him is Cobb.
Colby Hall hit the deck hard down there after that shot. Was a little slow getting up. I don't know if he was maybe hurt or if he's frustrated. Now he's looking at his hand and his wrist right now. He went down awful hard down there.
And to McKinney. Here come the Eagles. Taylor Knight with it. And the backcourt. Ungersall all over it. McKinney now will break the press to Fensel on the right side. Fensel backdoors to Shisheen. Double teamed and hammered as he goes up there. And let's see. Looks like Hall going to be called for it. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe Cobb.
Yeah, it looks like they got Cobb hacking him from behind. It looked like Colby Hall had a lot of the ball, if not all ball there. I was a little bit concerned to them calling the foul on him, but they got Cobb coming from behind.
Shisheen hits the free throw, his first point of the night. He'll have another. The next one from Michael Shisheen, no good. Rebound Burgess up the left side to Ungersall, right back to Burgess. Burgess right side now, Spurlock. Here's Cobb near the baseline. Cobb hands it off to Spurlock, who comes out top to Burgess. They try to fire it inside, stolen away by Cassina, headed down the floor, going to try and lay it in and does.
Josh Cassina, the big boy, taking it end to end with the layup. Got that steal right about the free throw line and took it coast to coast.
Burgess drops it off to Spurlock and drives, and he'll kick it out to Hall, and Hall going to travel with it. Not sure why Spurlock give that one up. Looked like he had a pretty good shot there from the paint.
Yeah, sure did. Looked like he was all alone. 2 points for the taking. He gave it up to Hall.
Hall going to take a breather as Gibbs in for him. Eagles will face an Oiler press. McKinney to Fensel. Fensel gets it knocked away by Inglar, but right to Cassina. And to McKinney. McKinney in the paint in trouble. Will dribble back out. And get it to Fensel now. Right side, Taylor Knight. Out top and around to McKinney again on the left side. Fensel with a touch. Drives right side. Now comes back to the left. Cassina there. Back to Fensel. Knight left side. Back to Fensel. Right side, McKinney. McKinney looking for Knight. And he misses the alley-oop. Knight gets his own rebound in trouble and Tries to save it, but off the back of the backboard.
Well, that was going to be a nice play there. Good job by Jack McKinney. Good court vision. Seeing Knight going back door from the left corner. Through the alley-oop, but Knight couldn't finish on it.
Inglar will drop it off. And now gets it stolen away. Here's Knight going the length and misses the dunk. Cobb to Ungersaw. And Ungersaw going to be fouled as he works his way to the paint.
Well, Taylor Knight was trying to give this crowd what they wanted. He was going to cram that thing home, and he got stuffed by the front of the rim there. Just couldn't quite get up over it. He was going for the two-handed jam.
Woolley coming into the ball game. Inglar with it from the inbounds. Takes a jumper inside the arc that's no good. Gets his own rebound. Good hustle there. Now has to save it. And it'll go to McKinney. McKinney headed up the floor and chasing him down from behind. A foul going to be called there. We'll see who this is on.
I think it was Spurlock. Looked like Spurlock gave him a shove a little bit from behind. And that's exactly who they call it on. And that'll be Spurlock's third foul.
Cobb with 3 fouls on him. Going to check out Ragusa. McKinney with the basketball for the Eagles. A 42-13 lead. Right side, Sheen trying to get it into Casina, and it's ripped away by Scott Gibbs. Here comes Ungersaw. Top of the key, left side now, Inglar with it. Back to Ungersaw. Inglar comes up between the circles. Now Inglar going to try the right side, looking for Ragusa. Ragusa going inside from behind. Gibbs going to be hammered by Casina.
Gibbs got position on Casina. He got inside of him. He went up for the layup. Casina got him pretty hard from behind across the wrist. Now Scott Gibbs, number 32, will go to the free throw line for Wood River.
Gibbs at the stripe with 1:50 to go here, third quarter. Lets it go, and it's no good. Gibbs will have another, only 2 points here in the third quarter for the Oilers. And that's no good. So they missed them both. Here come the Eagles. Casino with it. To Woolley, McKinney, and then Knight. Now Woolley. McKinney left side finds the baseline. Inside to Shashin. Cut off there. Back to Casino. Now McKinney driving baseline in the corner to Knight for 3. No good. Rebound McKinney back up, no good. Casino with a tip. Another try. Casino finally gets it to go.
Casino just keeping that thing alive for himself 2 or 3 different times until he was able to get it home and get it finished.
44-13 now. Gibbs with it. Inside to Spurlock. Into the corner. Ragusa thrown away from him. And it'll be Eagles basketball with a $1:05 left here in the third.
Matthew Steemack will check back into the game for CM, and Josh Casino will catch his breath.
Knight set to throw it in. Gets it into McKinney. Now Woolley back to McKinney. And Woolley to break the press. No, they're still not across the timeline. Now they finally cross. They get it to Knight. Into the corner, Shashin with a shot, no good. And Steemack, weak side rebound, but a foul before that.
Look like they're going to call Steemack for reaching there. Looks like he shoved Spurlock off of him to go get that rebound.
That will be his 4th. Under a minute to play, third quarter. Burgess with the basketball. Left corner, Ragusa. Back to Burgess. Let the 3 fly. No good. Rebound comes down to CN. Come the Eagles with 29 seconds to go. Third quarter. Right side, McKinney. McKinney to Knight. To Shashin. And back to Knight. Wasn't looking. Spurlock's going to end up with it. Spurlock down the floor is hammered by Woolley as he takes it to the hole.
Yeah, not a good job there by CM on their ball handling. For one of the very few times here tonight, they were sloppy with the ball. Wood River got the turnover. Now Spurlock will get to the line. We got 11 and a half seconds to go in the third quarter.
Knight had dumped that ball off and then was looking toward the sidelines. Someone had said something to him. As they threw it back to him, he wasn't looking. Spurlock hits the free throw. He'll have another. Only the third point here in quarter number 3. He hits them both. Giving the Oilers only 15 points on the night. 44-15 the score. Taylor Knight fires it down low. Steemack with a jumper on the way. Fade away. No good. Gibbs with a rebound. Turns around. Runs right into Steemack. And if he gets a foul here, it'll be number 5.
That is on Steemack. That'll be his 5th foul. He'll have to go to the bench. And Andrew Campbell will check back in place of Steemack.
Steemack fouls out of this ball game. Ends up with 2 points on the night. 1.6 seconds left as Gibbs heads to the stripe where he's 0 for 2 on the night. Well, wait a minute, 1 for 3, excuse me. Gibbs hits it. And he'll have another.
That's 5 points in the quarter for the Oilers and 5 points in the quarter for the Eagles. We got a 5-5 third quarter here.
Gibbs hits them both. 44-17 the score now, and that is going to be the final shot of the quarter. 44-17 the score. Eagles lead after 3. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at riverBender.com.
Welcome back to Bethalto, Illinois. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. We head to the fourth quarter now. 44-17 Eagles. As you mentioned, Brian, though, Oilers beat the Eagles in quarter number 3, 6-5.
Yeah, the Oilers 6 points, the Eagles 5 points. Obviously not a very offensive-minded third quarter, but nonetheless, Wood River won the third quarter from the Eagles, 6-5.
And now traveling going to be called against CM.
Now, in order to get back into this game, though, Dennis, Wood River's going to have to win this quarter by quite a bit of more of a margin than 6-5.
And the defense we've seen from the Eagles is not going to be easy at all. Spurlock with it. And he'll fire it down low to Hall off the glass and in.
There's Colby Hall getting a couple points. We haven't called his name very often here tonight, as CM's done a great job defending him, but he was able to get free there for an easy 2 points.
They fire it down to Campbell, who gets blocked from behind by Hall. He gets his own rebound. Fires it back out top. Left side now, Yates with it. Now Shasheen comes out top to Woolley. Inside to Campbell. Woolley with a touch, now Finsel with it, and he goes to the floor as he puts his brakes on there, slips and falls and travels and turns it over to the Oilers.
Yeah, as he slammed on the brakes, his right foot just kept skidding out from under him. Fell right on his backside.
Burgess at the top of the key for the Oilers. Drops it off. Kirby into the corner. Now Spurlock with it. Here's Hall. Spurlock now. Out to Kirby. Kirby to Burgess. Burgess travels with it.
Another turnover on the Oilers there. Once again, they were moving the ball pretty well, holding on to possession, running the clock a bit. And Burgess was traveled as he went to try and penetrate the lane there. Andrew Campbell will sit down again. Josh Cassina back in the ball game.
Eagles in a bit of trouble in the backcourt. Now Woolley breaks across the timeline to Shasheen. Shasheen with it left side. Top of the key now. Inside he goes to Finsel on the give and go. Misses the layup. Second effort no good. Ball loose. Saved by the Eagles and not saved by the Oilers.
Yeah, a lot of bodies diving all over the floor there trying to get to that loose ball. It's nice to see Wood River. There's no quit going for loose balls and working hard out there even though they're down by such a big margin.
Woolley will get it in. Yates to Shasheen. Shasheen out top. Yates driving into the corner. Shot on the way is no good. And the rebound loose on the floor, down on the floor. Eagle player tied up for the jump ball. That's Shasheen down there. And possession now in favor of the Oilers with 5:04 to go.
Yeah, Kyle Kirby tying up Shasheen to get that jump ball, get the ball back for Wood River. Now Aaron Ragusa will come into the ball game for Devin Spurlock.
Burgess brings it up the floor for the Oilers. Left side. Now they fired into Hopper near the free throw line. Out to Burgess. Into the corner. Ragusa for three. Short, no good. Hopper with a rebound and a whistle blows.
Look like we might have an intentional foul called here. I didn't see it. I didn't see what happened, but I think they may have called that on Josh Cassina.
Well, I was thinking it was 35, and the way they're lining up, it looks like the Oilers are going to shoot free throws here.
The officials will have a little meeting now down there and discuss what's going on. I did not see it, Dennis. I have no idea where the intentional foul came into play at.
And Colby Hall will do the honors for the Oilers. Intentional foul against Cassina.
And the way the referee is explaining it to Coach Locks over here, it looks like as if maybe Cassina gave a two-handed shove. The body language of the ref was like a two-handed push, it looked like he said, to the back of Colby Hall. So
Hall hits the first one, the next one no good. And the score 44-20 now in favor of CM. Cassina going to sit down. Campbell in for him.
I don't think anybody over on the CM bench really knew what had happened. Coach Locks himself until the referee had explained to him what had gone on.
Here's one from the corner. That's Hopper nailing down the three.
Andrew Hopper getting into the game and showing a little something to Coach Miller.
Here's a steal on the other end by Hopper, knocked out of bounds.
Well, we got 4 minutes to go. It's 44-23. We'll see if Wood River can get it any closer before the end of the game.
There's Hall with a baseline jumper on the way, no good. And on the rebound, Eagles come up with it. And now up the right side. Shasheen cross-courts it. Yates to Woolley. Woolley is going to be fouled.
Got some subs checking into the game here. Looks like Jacob Cobb and Dustin Unversaw back in the game.
Hopper and Burgess check out. Hopper gets a 3 while he was in there, though.
And almost a steal. Good, nice minutes worth of work there by Hopper.
The junior. Driving is Fensel, and he'll draw the foul as he heads to the hole.
Looked like Cobb got him across the arm there as he went up for the layup.
Fensel to the free throw line for CM. Lets it go, and it's good. First point of the second half for Fensel. Missed a couple layups.
Yeah, Fensel had a nice first half. 6 points. Been quiet here in the second.
Misses the second one. Inglar gets it knocked away from him by Yates. Out of bounds. Cody Inglar ready to throw it in there. Gets it in the Hall. Long cross-court. Ragusa camped out. His 3 no good, and the rebound comes down to Campbell. Up the floor they go. Shasheen out top to Fensel. Shasheen left side. Yates to Shasheen. Fensel to Shasheen, driving. Now Woolley with it. Oh, wait a minute, it's Yates. Fensel. Back to Yates, driving off the glass and in.
Nice job, Kyle Yates. The sophomore guard there. Kyle Yates playing a nice ball game. I think Coach Ty Locks has himself a very good guard in the making there in Kyle Yates.
Hall at the top of the key, shoots it in the left corner to Unversal. Finds a man on the baseline. That's Cobb off the glass and in.
Oh, good look there by Unversal to get it inside to Cobb. Cobb coming from the left corner, and Unversal saw him. Got him the ball, an easy 2 for Cobb.
Yates out top. Campbell. Brad Moore with it now. Top of the key, Yates. They work it around to Fensel, driving. It's a shove, no call. Misses the reverse layup. Now Unversal with it. Inside to Hall. Now they kick it out to Ragusa. Now Unversal with it. Minute 45 to go. Out top, Inglar with it. Inglar working to the right side to Ragusa. Now Colby Hall fires it into the corner to Unversal. Finds a man on the baseline, Cobb, but he gets it ripped away from him. And then a foul call. Fensel with some good defense there.
Yeah, it didn't look like he couldn't tell whether the pass actually got all the way through to Cobb or not, but either way, Fensel, great job ripping that out.
Ryan Gonzalez up off the bench for the Oilers, getting his first action tonight. Looks like JV player coming in as well for the Oilers. Number 30, who's not on our roster. Here's Yates. Inside to Campbell off the glass and in.
Nice pass there by Yates to get it into Campbell. Campbell's had a very nice game tonight.
Unversal hammered by Woolley. And that will send him to the stripe with a $1:05 left in this game. 49-25 in favor of the Eagles. Headed for win number 9 on the season. Unversal misses the first free throw.
Going to try to get within 5 games of 500 here. CM.
Unversal's next one on the way, and it's good. And that is his first point of the night. He's played a good ball game, though, against a tough team for the Oilers tonight. Here's Wolfel with a touch for the Eagles. Comes out top to Woolley. foul. Full to Brad Moore. And Moore fouled by number 30, who we don't have a name for.
Yeah. We'll just keep calling him number 30.
That's all we can do.
We've got a little time here as Brad Moore goes to the free throw line for CM. A reminder to all you Riverbend basketball fans out there, tomorrow, 4 o'clock, the Lewis and Clark men's Trailblazers team will take on State Fair College from Sedalia, Missouri, 4 o'clock at the Riverbend Arena.
That sounds like a good time.
State Fair Community College is out of Sedalia, Missouri. They're ranked in the top 10 in Division I junior college basketball and defeated the Trailblazers by 20 points about 5 weeks ago when we went down to Sedalia. So it should be an interesting matchup tomorrow.
Spurlock with a jumper on the way. That's good. Any notable players on that team?
There's a young man by the last name of Roundtree that led McClure north to the state championship over in Missouri last year. He put up 21 on us, I believe it was, when we went down there. Outstanding young player there.
So a chance for some basketball fans to see some talent there.
There's a big chance. You like seeing three-pointers, you like seeing slam dunks, fast-paced basketball, you need to get to the Riverbend Arena tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock.
Well, that does it for here. 49-28, our score in favor of the CM Eagles. And we'll be back to wrap it up after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Yeah! Woo!
Welcome back to Bethalto, Illinois. Dennis Laird alongside Brian Lewis. Our final score once again, 49-28 in favor of the CM Eagles. And our Munganast player of the game, Taylor Knight, with 14 points all in the first half.
Yeah, Taylor Knight did most of his work, as you mentioned, in the first half. A huge lead at halftime for CM. They hit the cruise control through the second half. And Taylor Knight started it off raining three-pointers there in the first half. Doing a good job running the offense, hitting his free throws, and was able to help spark the Eagles out to this big win here tonight. Tough night for the Wood River Oilers. You know, we knew coming in that they were going to be a little bit outmanned and a little bit overmatched, but you know, I don't think either one of us expected it to be that much of a difference in the scoring, but a 21-point victory for the Civic Memorial Eagles.
An impressive win for the Eagles over the Oilers tonight, and the Oilers led in scoring by Colby Hall again. 7 points tonight for Colby Hall to lead the way for the Oilers. For our Munganast player of the game, Taylor Knight, 14 points for the CM Eagles and a winning effort. For my partner, Brian Lewis, Dennis Laird saying, once again, the final score, 49-28 in favor of CM. Have a great evening, everybody.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice. Mallory Sports, where your sports world begins. Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. First Mid-America Credit Union. New name, same great credit union. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend.